Good afternoon, Miss Ansel Dua. How are you doing? So good to see you. Addison says you've been really busy with work and school. I'm really glad that you were able to make it by so we can discuss Addison's test scores from this past March. So we'll go ahead and get started so that you can get back to your busy life. Here we have her test scores. Like I said, it was a comprehensive test of achievement, which is basically a test to show her current knowledge and the skills that she has obtained this so far. Here it shows that she's in my class. Miss Stubing has our school name here, Addison Ansel Dua. She's in 3rd grade. Test date was from March. And then it does show these 2 sections right here, which I will elaborate a little bit more. But first I like to just talk to parents about how their student was doing that day or over those few days that we were taking the test. When they're taking the test, I am documenting everything. If maybe one day they were sick or it looks like they didn't sleep very well, but Addison was her normal spunky self. She looked like she had gotten a lot of sleep. She had a good breakfast, so go mom. Did a good job. Especially with your busy life. So now we'll just jump straight in and start going over some scores. Here are the 2 sections that I was telling you about. The top is the norm reference, which is her score compared to a norm group. So a norm group is going to be a large amount of students about the same age taking this test before it becomes official. The group of students is 2,000, so 2,000 of these students took this test before it was allowed to go out. So this top portion is going to be Addison's scores compared to that group of students' scores. And then down here at the bottom, these are the criterion reference scores, and they are going to be a little more specific and based on like her specific skills. Okay, so I know looking at this, there's a lot of information here and it probably doesn't make too much sense, and there's a lot of abbreviations, so don't feel overwhelmed. I'm here to help you try to figure this out. If you have any questions at all while we're going through this, just stop me and we'll discuss, and no question is a dumb question. You can ask me anything and we will figure it out. So before we move on, do you have any questions so far? Okay, so you are asking what a national percentile is. A national percentile is based on a scale that goes from 1 to 99. It's not a percentage, so it's not an average. For example, we will look here at math concepts, and it looks like Addison's national percentile is 51. That actually is based back on that norm group, and that means that she scored better than 51% of that group. So when you look at it and you see 51, you think failing as a percentage from a scale 1 to 100, with 70 being passing. It's not. So that actually, like I said, means that she's doing better than 51% of that group. And then here I actually wanted to show you this bell curve. So looking at it, you can see I have it highlighted. So here is your scale, 1 to 99. And again, we said she was 51% in math concepts. So That's going to be just right above this 50, which puts her smack dab in the middle. And then you can see the range. So she's doing great on that specific skill. I would be worried, of course, if she were outside of this highlighted area, but even if it's just a little bit outside the highlighted area, I think it should still be doing okay. We would worry if it got too far. So that was a great question. Okay, so continuing to move on with the test, before we really get into the scores themselves, I wanted to just point out here, you can see that this is the entire test, but these are all the subtests. So we've got total reading, and then underneath we've got the vocabulary, word analysis, reading comprehension, and then a total math, which has math concepts, problem solving, etc., etc. Do you have questions on any of those that might not make sense? Awesome. Which then down here at the bottom you can see basic battery and complete battery, which if you see these numbers next to them, they don't really relate. This 330 is a rather large number, so this is actually more of an accumulative. The basic battery is going to be based on scores for core lessons, so our spelling, math, science, social studies, whereas the complete battery is going to be the entire test, literally a complete. It's going to have everything. So then it's basically, then if you jump down here at the bottom, it's going to be a complete. So then go to here. Remember, we're just going over what the test is telling us. Number of items, that's how many questions are going to be in that category. Raw score is going to be how many she got correct. So let's see, we'll just do a quick one here. Science, there were 30 questions and she got 25 of them correct. So earlier we were talking about national percentile, and remember it's not percentage. So if you look here, 84, she's in the 84th percentile. That actually means that she did better than 84% of the group of all the students who took this test. Which makes sense to me because I know how much she loves science, which I'm sure you understand that too. And I brought actually a couple copies I made from her science journal because she just loves science and loves telling me all about it. She tells me she loves being outdoors. She said that y'all are going to the beach this summer and she can't wait to go because she just wants to dig in the sand and find creatures and look at the different plants, and she can go on and on and on.